Do you love your PlayStation 5 but want to use a number of different controller options such as a PlayStation 4 controller, maybe your Xbox controller, or maybe you've been dying to use a Cronus Zen so you can cheat on your favorite game and piss off all of the people you encounter over the internet? Or maybe you have a Nintendo Switch or a older Xbox or any other Bluetooth enabled controller that you wish to use with your PlayStation 5 but you're just not sure how to do it? This is the video for you. Hello and welcome back to Gears and Tech. So as you heard, we've got a number of different controller options. We've got a few unique solutions for people who, like I said, are looking to cheat. I will put the same disclaimer that I put anytime I talk about this, which is a Cronus Zen. Cheating sucks, cheaters suck, but I understand some of you can't get good at the game, and so you'd rather just use a device like this to be competitive or maybe have the upper hand. And some of you find it funny to come across people and hear the death comms when they find out that you're cheating. You know, to each his own. Just know that maybe if you got better at the game, you could enjoy it with the rest of us. I would love to see the day where nobody's cheating and there's no hacks out there. That day is not today. So please don't hate the guy who's just showing you some options. People are gonna use this stuff anyway, okay? At the beginning of this video, I made some pretty bold claims about the fact that you would be able to use any of these devices on your PlayStation 5. It is important to distinguish. I am talking about full PlayStation 5 game support. I am not talking about PlayStation 4 games on your PlayStation 5. So a lot of people that misunderstand what I just said are like, well, Anton, you're kind of wasting your time because I've been using my PlayStation 4 controller on my PlayStation 5, play all kinds of games, and I don't need whatever it is that you're trying to tell me about. Well, you're probably playing a PlayStation 4 game, and yes, you can play PlayStation 4 games with your PlayStation 4 controller on a PlayStation 5 with no problem. However, if you're playing a PlayStation 5 game, you are more than likely going to be forced to use your PlayStation 5 controller. Now, personally, I do enjoy my PlayStation 5 controller because I've gotten used to it and I've modded it to have clicky triggers, adjustable thumbsticks, and all of that. All of the wonderful things that are coming out in the new DualSense Pro controller, which is not out yet. I made a video unveiling that, but when it does come out, we'll do a giveaway. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let's get back to the video. Speaking of giveaways, you will want to watch all the way to the end of this video because we actually are going to have a special giveaway in this video. So hopefully you've watched this far, which we're, you know, a minute or two in. Now have a reason to either skip to the end and find out what the giveaway is, or more preferably, you watch the whole video and then learn how to enter the giveaway. That being said, what could be so magical that lets you connect to all of these devices? Well, that would be this. This is a Beloader. This allows you to connect to your PlayStation 5 and then it connects through Bluetooth or a wired connection to any of these devices to let you use it on your PlayStation 5. This is old news. You've already seen the video with me showing you the Beloader. Well, the fine folks at Beloader actually saw that video too, and they reached out to me and said, Anton, we actually have a better product, better than the Beloader, and we'd love to ship it to you so that you can unveil it, give it a try, show it to your viewers, and let us know what you think. So I assume that that's what's inside this box, and I'm gonna do a quick unboxing of the Beloader PRO. Now you'll notice I have two of these, and that will tie into the giveaway because, as you probably guessed, we're gonna give one of these away. Maybe I'll give both away. I don't know, we'll see. First, I need to open it up and see what's inside. I have not checked these out at all. So what I'm planning to do in this video, and I know that you're gonna complain, you're gonna be like, Anton, holy crap, we're like 3 minutes in, 4 minutes in, and you're just getting to the point of the video. Well, for the keen observer, you will notice that there are chapters along the bottom of the video here. And if you use those chapters, you could have skipped already to the unveiling. You could have skipped to the contest entry. You could skip to any part you want. Again, I prefer you watch the whole video, but if you're in a hurry and you don't want to listen to my wasteful blabber, then go ahead and use those chapters. But I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're sticking around. Let's see what is inside the Beloader Pro. So I've got a couple of USB cords. I've got a, what's this? Beloader Pro manual. So you can scan the QR code to go to the manual. And, you guys are so in for a treat. Wow. Okay, I don't want to spoil the surprise. You probably want to know what I'm all excited about. So I'm going to talk about all of the features of the Beloader Pro. Then we're going to hook it up. We're going to set it up. We're going to give it a try. And I don't know, I'll maybe try and connect my Xbox controller to my PlayStation 5 just for fun. That will show you guys how to connect a different device to it and so on. So the features of the Beloader Pro that you're going to be as excited as I am about this. Number one, look on the back here. There is this network port. So the reason why the network port is going to become important is a lot of people asked questions with this guy is how's the lag? Now this guy connects through your Wi-Fi only on the 2.4 gigahertz channel. So you don't even get the 5 gigahertz, which can cause network delays. And this device works through remote play. So any kind of network delay, it'll introduce all kinds of delays in the actual controller input itself. So a network wired connection is obviously going to be your fastest connection. So if you have your PlayStation 5 connected to the network through your router, and then you have another wire coming from here to your router, you will have the fastest connection. It will virtually eliminate any kind of input lag that you might experience. This is a huge deal for someone who's planning to use this all the time. The other thing that is on here is a headphone jack. Now, paired with this front rotary volume dial, what it allows you to do is actually plug in your headphones. One of the downsides, again, of using this is that you do not get to use the headphone jack on your controller. So even this controller's got the headphone port. If I was using this controller connected through this Beloader, I would not be able to plug headphones in here and have it work. That's not a real issue for me because I use an Astro headset that is a USB connection already, so I bypass all that, but not everybody uses that kind of a setup. So this becomes very valuable for you to be able to use your headphones while you're using the Beloader without any issues. Now it also has USB external power and USB internal power. So this needs to be powered up somehow, and that's what this is for. So we would just plug that in to there, and then this plugs into the wall to power it up. You can plug it into your PlayStation 5, but as I will show you, you do not have to. You can plug it into any kind of a USB supply. Some people have even plugged these into like a battery bank and run it. So it's very good for that. In the front is the USB port, which would be the same as the USB port that is in the front of this, and that is used for your wired USB connection. So, secret tip, if you have a device such as this that needs to have a wired connection to your PlayStation 5, all you would do is connect this to this, and you have got your Cronus Zen connected into here, which completely bypasses the need to have your extra controller on here, because this is already faking the fact that it is a PlayStation 5 controller. So you can go like this, connect that to that, and then you can connect your PlayStation 5 controller to your Cronus Zen, or your PlayStation 4 controller, or your Xbox controller. They'll run all your secret cheating scripts on your Cronus Zen so that everyone will think that you're some sort of a controller player god, when really you're just cheating. But you might not even need to do that because, and a little button on the side here, those buttons allow you to run macros. Now, I don't know what kind of macros you can run. All I know is that on the back of the box, it says built-in macros. So when we do the setup, we're gonna see what kind of macro options it gives us. So there's a lot of really neat features that this thing introduces, and we need to get it hooked up to the computer so that we can go through the setup process so that I can get this hooked up to the PlayStation and actually give it a try. So we're gonna go on the computer behind me, we're gonna set this thing up. So before we plug this in, we are going to go to the Beloader website on Google, and it is showing us, dear user, it will be shipped within 24 hours after placing the order. Now we're gonna go to download on the website. This is where we are gonna have the Beloader Pro software. So I'm gonna download that. Okay, so there we go. Now it's important to note that this did take me to a community post talking about the firmware update from the PlayStation 5. If you ever experience problems using your Beloader for your initial setup, or if it was working and now it's not, the first thing you always want to check is if you have the latest software on your Beloader. Unfortunately, it's that cat and mouse game that we always end up playing, where Sony will do an update, it'll break some things, and then these guys will take, you know, a day or two to go and fix those things. So if you're having any issues, the first thing you always want to do is download a software update and make sure you're running the latest firmware of whatever that system is that you're using. So we've opened that up. Now we're going to go and extract all of these to my desktop, and there they're extracted. Now I can minimize this and you'll see everything on my desktop right here. Now, here's the manual, which will show you how to use everything that we just finished talking about. I'm not going to use that though. Here's the, motion assisted aiming, motion mapping to the joystick. I don't know what that does. That's something to do with the macros. But again, I don't care about the macros. That's not my point for this video. I'm not gonna show you how to cheat with this. I'm just gonna show you how to get it connected. So the first thing we need to do is install the driver so that the computer knows what to do with this thing. So in this package that we just downloaded, we have the Beloader Pro software. I'm gonna open that up and then I'm gonna go to driver version 1.0 for Beloader Pro. And I'm going to just double click the manager. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say next. I'm gonna say finish. Now that we've installed the driver software, it's time to plug it in. Now, there's a number of ports you could plug into. The one we're interested in, if you're looking at it, is the one on this side. It's got kind of a little swoopy arrow on it. And we want to hold down this button right here on this side while we plug it in to put it into update mode. So I'm gonna hold that down. I'm gonna plug that in. My computer dings to say that it's connected, and then I let go of that button. Now I can run this manager, version 1.4 for Beloader. I'm gonna do that, and there. So now it says found adapter. If it does not say found adapter, you either did not install the drivers, or you didn't hold the button down while you plugged it in, or you plugged it into the wrong USB port. So keep in mind, it's this USB port, like that. Now I want to upgrade, and I'm going to select the upgrade firmware. So we already downloaded the upgraded firmware, so we're gonna do this one, the 2022-08-15, and update.bin, and then I'm gonna click upgrade, and then I get this little bar, which will say when it's done upgrading. So we're just gonna wait for that. The nice thing is it actually shows you what the current version is right there. So if you're not sure when you're accessing that file, just compare that to the one that you have. Because the file that we downloaded actually did come with 2 different firmwares that we could flash either one. So we want the latest one, so that's the one that we just installed. Confirmed. Now, I do have 2 other buttons here, configuration and script, so let's click these and see what happens. So this is to configure and set up the Beloader to work. Now, I've walked everyone through this before on the other Beloader. The process should be very similar. I know a lot of people got stuck on here, so I'm gonna walk you through the steps, exactly how I do them, so that you can get this done on yours. So I'm gonna say click here to set up your PSN account. After you log in, it's gonna send you to a redirect. Now you're gonna come to a page like this. It doesn't look like anything has happened. It's gonna say redirect here, but what we wanna do is just highlight the entire link here and copy it. So normally I'd press Control and C, but I'll right click it and say copy. Then we're gonna go back to here and we're just gonna click this. Click here after copy successful, and wait for PSN to be displayed. It's going to spit out what your PSN ID is. If it doesn't look like the format that I'm showing you on the screen, I'm not gonna show you my actual PSN ID because that's private information, but my editor is gonna make an example based on the information that is generated so that you can compare and see if yours looks similar. It should look similar. It shouldn't look the same, but it should look similar. Now we need to go to our PlayStation 5 console. Now, it's important for you guys to know that this step is time sensitive. As soon as you generate your code on your PlayStation 5, you do not have a lot of time from entering it to validating it. And I think this is where a lot of people probably lose their connection because they wander over, they get it, and then it takes them too long to get back to the computer. So I'm going to run to my PlayStation 5, I'm going to generate my code, and the way you're gonna do that, it says right here actually. So you're gonna go to your PS5 system settings, you're gonna go to settings, system, remote play, enable remote play, and then link device. Those are the options that you're gonna choose. I'll try and get you a screenshot of that after, but I need to just run, grab my code, enter it here, and then save so that I can see if it works. Now I'm gonna punch in the code that I generated, and it says configuration saved successfully, confirmed, just like that. So now it is all ready to go. And that is everything we should need to do. Now I can plug it in my PlayStation 5 or I can plug it into a wall. It does not matter. Before we go actually to the PlayStation 5, why don't we talk about this giveaway? Let's get it out of the way. So as you can see, I have 2 of the Beloader Pros. Both of them were sent to me for the review purposes of this video. Now I need to keep one of them because I need to do a longer review and provide my feedback in a separate video. But this one is a brand new Beloader Pro. Now these are hard to get because they've been flying off the shelves and they're having back order issues. So I want to give this one to you. Now, Christmas is coming. I'm thinking this would make a great Christmas gift from Gears and Tech to you. Here's how you win a Beloader Pro. All I need you to do is put a comment in this video that says what you're going to use this for. What controller are you going to use to connect to your PlayStation 5? So all you have to do is say, hey, if I had a Beloader Pro, I would connect my Xbox controller, or I would connect my Cronus Zen, or I would connect whatever. Just tell me. It can be short and sweet. If I had a Beloader Pro, I would use X. That's it. That's how you enter this contest. I'm not gonna make it hard. You don't even have to be subscribed to the channel, but I will tell you that the winner of the Beloader Pro is going to be announced through a future video on this channel. Once the video is released that tells you who the winner is, you will have about 36 hours to respond to say, yo, you called my name, I like to get my Beloader Pro, please. So you might want to subscribe and you might want to hit the bell so that when your name is called, you'll actually know that your name is called, or tell your friends to let you know that your name's been called if you don't want to push the subscribe button or hit the bell or whatever. Now, the other interesting thing is I told you guys at the beginning of the video that I was going to put this at the end of the video, but I snuck it in here because you guys are the true fans of the channel and the true supporters, and I want to make sure that you guys get the chance at this and not some guy who's just trying to win a Beloader Pro and doesn't even watch these videos any other time. So let's keep it between us. It'll be our little secret, okay? So we're now at the PlayStation 5. I'm going to take this and plug it into my PlayStation 5 like this and like this. That will power it on. I'm also going to borrow the network connectivity from my wife's PlayStation 5, which immediately starts blinking once it's connected. So there, Gears and Tech YT has been connected using Remote Play. So now with this configuration, we're going to connect my Xbox controller. So the way we do that is by pressing the button on this side, like that, and then we're going to press the pair button on here so the Xbox light blinks, and there, it just vibrated to say that the connection is good. So now what we have here is this Xbox controller is connected wirelessly to the Beloader, which is connected through Remote Play to the PlayStation 5. It's important to note that this cable right here is strictly providing power for the Beloader. It does not need to be plugged into the PlayStation 5. If you do not want to plug it into the PlayStation 5, you could put your Beloader over where your router is so you can connect it to the LAN cable straight from your router, and it'll still connect Bluetooth wirelessly from your controller to the Beloader. So now I can control my PlayStation with my Xbox controller. So I'm going to pull up a PlayStation 5 game. Here's Ghost of Tsushima. So I can load that game and it'll load all the way in using just the Xbox controller on my PlayStation 5. And I can report the vibration is definitely working. I can feel the vibration working on here. It is trying to do a haptic type of vibration, but it won't do haptics because this obviously is not a PlayStation 5 controller. But I can go to continue. There you go. So the game is playing perfectly fine with this controller. Now let's go back to the studio and talk about a couple things that you're going to need to know here. One thing that I'm going to tell you guys, because this caught me off guard when I was doing the setup. You go into the settings here to pair this through Remote Play to your PlayStation 5. You have only, I think it's 299 seconds to do all of the steps. So you want to have already extracted your PSN ID. You want to go and get the code. You want to enter the code. You want to save the code. You immediately need to go and plug this into your LAN cable and your PlayStation 5, and it will say pair successful. If it does not say pair successful, you'll get the red and green blinking lights, which means you have to do that step again. A lot of people are getting hung up on that step. They think they have all day to go and do that. But until this is successfully linked to your PlayStation 5, it's not gonna work. People that are using the regular Beloader are experiencing the exact same issue, and it's caused by the exact same problem. So you need to get that code, you need to enter it, and then go and pair it to the PlayStation immediately. Once the pairing is done, you can use this anytime you want. You don't have to go through the pairing process. All you do is simply plug it in, make sure you're connected to your LAN and to the USB port. Now, a lot of you are gonna ask, well, how do I connect my Cronus Zen? How do I connect like a mouse and a keyboard, any kind of a wired peripheral? That's just plugged in right off of this front port, exactly how you would if you're connecting it straight to your PlayStation 5. It's just this goes in between the PlayStation 5. Again, this is not going to be a full tutorial on how to cheat on your PlayStation 5, but it is a tutorial to show you this product exists. It allows you to connect any Bluetooth controller you want and use it on your PlayStation 5 as if it was a PlayStation 5 controller. It unlocks a lot of potential. A lot of the problems that people had with the regular Beloader have been solved with this device. So it can be a regular daily driver product that you can use all the time for your regular gaming and still be quite competitive. Now, a lot of you have watched all the way to the end, just like we talked about, and I told you that I would tell you the details about the giveaway at the end of the video. Well, we actually kind of already talked about it. So if you're at this point in the video and you have not heard how to enter the contest, you're gonna wanna go back and watch it again to try and figure out how to enter the contest. That's right, we are giving this away. We have 2 of these. We are giving one of them away to one of you lucky viewers, but you won't know how to enter the contest if you skipped through parts of the video. You're gonna need to go back and watch the video to find out where we talk about how you can win this thing. I do want one of you guys to win this, and it's coming up. Hey, thanks for watching all the way to the end of this video. We hope you enjoy the content in this video. We'd love to have you come back. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And for those subscribers who are looking for that extra special thing that you can do to support this channel, consider joining our members group. That's where we're building this community, the Gears and Tech community, where we can all enjoy content together. You'll get special perks, which we'd love for you to check out by clicking the link down below. For those of you who are just happy to watch the video, that's okay too. You can check out some of our other content right over here, where we've got some previous videos that have already been uploaded and enjoyed by many of our viewers already. We do hope to see you again. This has been Gears and Tech. Have a great day.